Manchester United, the world's favourite club, steeped in history with a reputation for fast, attacking football. Globally, the club has attracted over 600 million fans. Today, we take a look at the lives of a chosen few. These are not just extraordinary people, these are extraordinary Reds. In London, our first extraordinary Red sets about his daily duties at one of England's most famous royal palaces.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Tower of London. My name's Steve, one of 37 yeoman warders that live and work at the Tower. That building is the original Tower of London, William the Conqueror's Norman keep. It's over 900 years old, and all the kings and queens of England lived inside that very building for over 500 years.
Steve McMenemy has been a yeoman warder, otherwise known as a beefeater, since 2010. But not just anyone can apply for the job.
You've got to serve a minimum of 22 years in any of the armed forces. You've got to be of a sergeant major ranks or warrant officer, and you've got to have been awarded to the Long Service and Good Conduct Medal as a minimum.
Today, it's Steve's duty to bring the Tower's rich history alive for its many visitors.
Right, where you're from, let me think. Portugal, Cristiano Ronaldo. Yay. Scotland, Ireland, or Wales? Get out. You here for an invasion? Since the space race started, there's been more astronauts than yeoman warders since 1826. Yeah, that's right. We all live on site. We've got to live on site because, of course, this is part of the remit of the job to live inside and protect the Tower and the jewels if need be.
And with 800 years of history and billions of pounds of precious jewels at stake, it's little wonder that security is paramount. Meanwhile, in Stockport near Manchester, preparing to take care of her own precious gems, is United fanatic Julie Wood.
I'm a nurse, a neonatal nurse, so it's a long haul night shift, but sometimes it's good because the parents aren't there, so you get all the babies to yourself, which is nice, but then it is tiring, so I just get through the night on cups of tea, me. Lots and lots of cups of tea.
It's 8 p.m. and Julie is starting a 12-hour night shift.
Right, so the first thing to do when we get into work is look at your baby. Make sure he's there. And here he is. This is our gorgeous Hugo. He's absolutely gorgeous, isn't he? Are you? Say hello.
Hugo is still in intensive care. He arrived 14 weeks premature at a weight of 920 grams, or just over 2 pounds. Every day has been a struggle, having been born so early.
He's been a very, very poorly boy. Well, as you can see, he's breathing on his own, so he's requiring no respiratory support, so he's doing very, very well. I think we've got a good team here. We all get on, we have a laugh, we love our job, we love babies. Good rapport, good banter with the parents. I do with the dads anyway. We just do football all day long. Hugo, it's 1:30 in the morning. Not supposed to be awake. Right, I'm getting a cup of tea first.
In Staffordshire, in the heart of England, Patrick Silk has spent the last 34 years re-examining one of the 20th century's greatest mysteries.
One thing that sticks with me is a police officer by the name of Sergeant Joe Smith, who after the assassination ran up the grassy knoll, as we call it, down in Dealey Plaza, with his gun and stopped a particular gentleman in a suit who produced Secret Service credentials. Now, we all know since that time there was no Secret Service on that knoll that day, none whatsoever. Who was he? What was he doing there? No one can explain it. 1982, last year at school, asked to do a project. As soon as I got it, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. And this is where it all started. My drawing wasn't the best, but wasn't bad, to be fair, as a 15-year-old. I think the whole story of President Kennedy's assassination, there's been a huge doubt, and it really isn't straightforward, as the Warren Commission said in 1964. I've set up my own Twitter feed, JFK K-Pod, and I'm still getting interest from loads of people. Yeah, it is an obsession, and it's an interest. Yeah, it's a massive obsession for me. It's within me, and it's in my heart, and I couldn't see myself getting rid of any of it, because it'd be a loss. It'd be like losing my left arm, my right arm, both legs, I suspect, and my head. So, you know, that's a bit mad, wasn't it, Keith?
Pat's naturally curious mind is perfect for his day job as Border Force security at Birmingham Airport, but he also harbours other ambitions.
I'll make him an offer he can't refuse. You, 10:30 tonight, my room. You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
He wants to become an actor.
Hard work pays off in the end, and it will pay off on this. It's what I want. I'm going to get it.
Meanwhile, 5,000 miles away in Las Vegas, USA, United Mad Enrique Ramirez is on his way to work.
I'm a bit of an early bird, so I set my alarm at 4:30 in the morning, read the latest Man United news on their website or on some of the applications on my phone, spend the better part of an hour doing that. I have the type of job that would bring out the kid in anyone, really. It's an absolute joy to go to work every day. I really don't consider it work at all, honestly. I consider it going to go play.
Enrique is the head technician at Exotics Racing. The company provides the largest fleet of supercars anywhere in the world. And when it comes to keeping them on track, he's one of the best.
We have Nissan, Porsche, Audi, Ferrari, Lamborghini, pretty much a little of everything to cater to anyone's tastes. So this is my workstation. This is my personal office.
It's 7 a.m. and in a couple of hours, the first customers will arrive at the track. It's Enrique's responsibility to make sure the cars run perfectly. And at the speeds they're driven at, safety is the #1 priority.
If something happens safety-wise, it's catastrophic. They're propelling at speeds where it could be the difference between life and death. Smallest nut and bolt cause the biggest issue.
Inside the walls of the Tower of London, Yeoman Warder Steve returns from his morning's guided tours.
That's my short commute home. Going to follow me? I'll show you where I live. Well, this is, of course, the living room. There's Amelia, she's come home from school. This is, of course, where we watch United. You follow your dad's team. So my dad was a United fan. I've supported United as long as I can remember. My first ever big game was the 1976 FA Cup final. I was just turned 9 years of age. And I remember crying in my grandmother's downstairs toilet when we got beat by Southampton.
On by Macari.
But the year after, of course, we beat Liverpool 2-1 with Lou Macari coming into play. And it was great because where I used to live, a lot of Liverpool supporters were around there. And I remember driving down a road sat on the roof of my dad's Granada Gear with my United shirt on, straight through the middle of the Scousers, which was quite funny.
Wembley is all about winners and losers. And Manchester United, in the space of 12 months, know what it's like at both ends of the rainbow.
Still to come, there's more from all our extraordinary Reds. Supercar technician Enrique gets an SOS from the track.
Okay, copy.
Beefeater Steve reveals more of his incredible life within the Tower of London.
Probably over £10,000 worth when you've got everything together.
Plus we meet Jamie, a web designer with an extraordinary story.